Hello, Miss Smith and friends. Today I'm going to be talking about ethnopharmacology. So, what exactly is ethnopharmacology? It's the study of ancient traditional medicine used by the indigenous people of various cultures of the past for religious ceremonies or for their medicinal purposes. And it's basically how we can take their medicine and integrate it into modern Western medicine. So an example would be the mandrake root, which is used by the Chinese in the past to treat asthma and other various sicknesses. In the present now, in Western medicine, a derivative of the mandrake root known as chromoglycate is also used to treat asthma. And so ethnopharmacology is basically a combination of the social sciences, such as anthropology, the study of humans, and the medical sciences, known as Western medicine. And practitioners of this craft are known as ethnopharmacologists. So now I'm going to pass my time on to Umaira.
So now I'll be talking about the importance of ethnopharmacology. So why is ethnopharmacology important? Firstly, ethnopharmacology allows chemists to develop existing and new drugs to tackle diseases. For example, drugs that were initially to be taken orally for local effect can now be used directly on the affected area like skin. Secondly, safety and efficacy of herbal preparation. Chemists attempt to develop more effective and less toxic drugs. This ensures that the drugs consumed does more good than harm. Thirdly, databases on pharmaceutical uses of plants. The knowledge attained from the studies of plants and flora are being recorded down in databases for future use or review. Next, chemists are keen to study segments of local floras in order to study the medical substances it contains. Lastly, plants and flowers found in a particular region which contains medical substances are synthesized into drugs for the patients to consume. Now I'll pass my time over to Desiree.
Now, I'm going to tell you some examples of drugs found through ethnopharmacology. First, we have morphine, a powerful analgesic. It was the first commercial pure natural product introduced for therapeutic use in 1826. By 1853, it was being administered by the just introduced hypodermic needle directly into the bloodstream. Next, we have aspirin, which is a drug used to reduce pain, fever, and inflammation. It was the first semi-synthetic drug and began distribution in 1899. It was also sold over the counter starting 1915. Lastly, we have quinine, an anti-malarial drug. It was first isolated in 1820, its correct structure theorized in 1908, and finally successfully fully synthesized in 1944 and has been a widely used anti-malarial since then. Now I will pass my time on to Wei Jie.
Now I will be talking about the future of ethnopharmacology. So firstly, more comprehensive analysis will address the effects of ingesting phytochemicals in the maintenance of body functions and disease prevention. Such analysis may lead to observations that substantiate in the dietary prescriptions and prescriptions that characterize some indigenous medical systems. It has been argued that the rapid acceptance and commercialization of nutraceutics reflects a return to earlier health paradigms in which the little distinction was made between food and medicine. Secondly, ecological factors. Ecological factors will receive more attention as researchers understand that resource management strategies are based in parts of micro and landscape level features, such as topography, soil compositions, canopy over, UV radiations, rainfall, and the proximity of other plants and animal species. Because each of these features and their combinations, they can influence both phytochemistry and the ideation aspects of plants. Example, color, growth form, which they influence, and where to collect and cultivate the medicine plants. Lastly, ethnopharmacologists will strive harder in the future to connect to the issues of social as well as phytochemicals and clinical salience by assuring that the results of vigorous bioassays and medical ethnography be translated, integrated, and applied to the indigenous context in which people use those plants. This also encourages substantial resource management through medical plant gardens and home-based or cottage industry preparations of botanical medicines. In conclusion, ethnopharmacology is very important. The thin ecosystem which protects and supports the survival of all species on Earth is the largely unappreciated miracle in all our lives. We must continually evolve the visions of the role of ethnopharmacology and the natural product science for the future. We must fully integrate all of the available technologies into developing the society role of ethnopharmacology in global healthcare. It is up to us to create these visions and maintain them for the creative growth of the healthcare of individuals and for the security and stability of the society. Thank you.